Hey, welcome everyone to the Sketchstone Podcast. I'm Carlos Gomez. That's Jack Kasperzak.
Hello. That's me.
We're gonna have a full-on show, but then I'm a little bit busy. Charlie's traveling, and Jack is always busy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have another drawing session.
Okay.
But first, if you're trying to message us, you can go ahead and use Sketchstone hotline 408 Sketch 8. That's 408-753-8248. International callers, please use 011 408-753-8248. That's Sketchstone hotline. Ta-ta. I like that jam. That's a jam. All right, so
what's up? How are you doing?
I'm all right.
I'm sorry, did I cut off some flow?
We usually just jump right into the fun prompt.
Let's go over to the canvas here and let's get started.
I believe, yes I do.
Every day's a good day when you paint.
So yeah, so the rules are, if you draw with us, you post it on Sketchzone. Well, you post it on Instagram, usually is how we do this. And we will then share
something new last week.
Yes.
And I was impressed at the turnout because it wasn't easy.
Right. We've had easier prompts and not that many people have jumped in. This one was insane.
So normally the way we do it, guys, is we have a category, environment, situation, I forget the other one. Pick a number 1 through 5, and we get one of those. But this time we did 3 random nouns, and we ended up with
lobster, piano, intimacy. And this, I'm surprised we didn't get
flagged.
Yeah. Like there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people out there that were like, what the hell is this? Out of some of the prompts that we've done in the past, I'm surprised that this didn't
end it all. Everybody's just like, I'm out.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so number 1, what?
No. People went for it. I was thrilled with that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so let's take a look. Oh yeah, this is me. I was actually drawing this. I was drawing this as Charlie was talking about himself. Oh no, yesterday was or last week was your show.
So you weren't listening to what I said?
No.
Okay.
It's so Mr. Cute. Tom.
It's so cute.
That is very cute.
It's like a sticker.
Something
that would be a sticker.
Old school with a new one.
With the like Casio keyboard thing.
Juan Key Illustrations. Welcome.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thanks for partaking.
Let's see what else we have. This is where I thought we were going to see more of. But this is so good. So well done. The only thing I would say, and this is Re5, we're going to have to talk to this person to see what their name is. Wayne. This is Wayne. The only thing I would add is maybe the lobster smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
But it's still, this is hilarious. Or like pulling his organ. Oh no, it's a piano. This one's very, very cool. J. Martin 2701.
Piano warrior lobster.
Wow. Like, what is that? A sword sheath? Pulling out a sword sheath.
Yeah.
Pulling out some piano keys. Let's take a look.
Look at that tiny little pencil.
Doodles. I know. Now what's funny is the pencil has red lead, but there's no red in this whole thing.
Oh, I think it's the underdrawing, the sketch. It looks like there's a little bit of an orange.
Oh, all right.
Maybe.
Cool. I see. Yeah. Because then there's
or she's just using it for posing. posing the photo.
She's just showing how much she doodles.
Are those people floating in the water, or is that doodles on the same page?
No, I think the whole thing is underwater and there's people floating.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah. Maestro, please.
Yeah, get out of here, son. Look at the lighting.
He
just went for it. Under the sea.
Holy cow. And if you're not following Shiloh on Instagram,
Do it
number
now.
1, you should. Number 2, you should see some of his process videos that he posts. Dude is just crazy.
You're gonna learn today.
You watch those videos.
Just like Alan Mineski, whatever, said, "Yippee, so awesome." That wraps it all up perfectly. Yippee, so awesome. Alan Mineski.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, they chimed in too. I really like this. Totally.
Sticker worthy.
What's it? There was a kid's book back in the day. Oh, it's a Dr. Seuss. There you go. The Dr.
Oh
Seuss.
yeah, it's like a Sneetch. A Sneetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like this. Good job.
I do curious, does it stay in his or her hashtags if it's traditional? Because there's some like watercolory looking stuff in there, and I'm wondering if it's a digital brush or
Animals play music, jazz.
Doesn't say.
Drawing on a postcard.
Oh.
Sketch.
We're gonna just have to have them on.
Fish illustration, fish drawing. Yeah. Either way, fantastic. I think that's a really good job. Oh, I know this guy.
Really? Because it doesn't look like his normal stuff.
No. It is Black History Month and it's colored. So
I'm training my color skills slowly, very slowly.
Yeah, it's hard. I think that I know how to work with color and I don't.
Yeah. And to be honest, I've learned more not from painting in color, but from working on a children's show as a comp supervisor. So I'm doing a lot of lighting and color stuff. So I just pick it up there, but actually painting it and creating it it's tough.
Yeah. So good job, Sketchbook Jack.
Thanks.
Johnny Calta.
Oh, she's voluptuous.
Hell yeah. Me and Johnny were on the same page. His delivery was better than mine.
You're just saying that.
No, like I wish I would have thought to put the other lobster on top of the piano like that, because that really sells the intimacy. She's singing a little jazz, a little sexy. If you played it for her, you can play it for me.
Oh, he's grinding them keys. Look at that.
Kevin Anders just
going to town.
Just beating the hell out of that piano. Keys all over the place.
You is or is you ain't my lobster.
Doom, 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 doom. So yeah. Very good. Very nice. That was a hard one. So I'm excited that you guys jumped in. So what are we gonna do this week?
Well, would we like to try the 3 randoms again, or would we like to go back to the old route, or would you like?
Actually, let me see. I do have
to try.
How about we do this? I'm gonna shuffle up the official Sketch Zone fun prompt cards. I'm gonna go ahead and break the news. If it's a wizard.
If it's a what?
If it's a wizard or any kind of violent anything, I'm kind of done with violence right now. So it needs to be something cute, and you know what? Well, no, it's already too late. We need to start doing like themed, like March of Robots. coming up. So March of Robots is coming up. So we should do themed. And actually that would help because if people are doing fun prompts and March of Robots, they can kill two birds with one stone.
So whatever ours is, they combine it and make a robot version.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. All right. So I shuffled the cards. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 5.
Coming right up. 1.
1 is a situation. And the
I've got 3
situation,
nouns if we want to compare.
standing silently in the quiet snowfall.
Okay. Interesting.
I can, yeah, that one's not horrible. The other one is he clenched his eyes shut to ward off searing heat and blinding light. So, standing silently in the quiet snowfall, or
Oh, you want this one?
yeah, 3 random words.
Curiosity, river, warrior. I don't know.
Huh.
Could be just about anything.
Yeah.
Well, not anything. But.
Curiosity, river, warrior.
I could also hit regenerate if we don't like what we got.
Yeah, do that one too.
Rabbit, train, friendship.
I can go either way. I have an idea for all of these. The rabbit one may get us kicked off.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
I don't know. Which one do you want? Do you have a strong feeling?
I don't yet. And they're not one of them sticking.
I lean. It's like 49%, 51%, 51% going towards standing silently in the quiet snowfall.
Yeah, I could go for that one.
All right.
I could go for that one.
So there you have it, kids. Standing quietly in the quiet snowfall. We should
silent. So what is it? Standing
silently.
Oh, there we go.
In the quiet snowfall.
Okay.
Let's go up to the canvas here and let's get started.
I believe every day's a good day when you paint.
Now, one of the cool things that happens when you / we are drawing these things, everything that we draw could very easily go into your portfolio.
What? Who's talking about portfolios?
Portfolios. Yeah. There's a lot of times where if you're a creative, an artist, people are always asking, oh, so can you draw? You point them to your portfolio.
Sure.
To build up your portfolio, you need to draw. And if you want to draw, you need something to draw. So every week we give you something to draw. So we are, in effect, helping you grow your portfolio. That being said,
we here at portfoliobuilders.com.
Actually, I have I moved my web stuff to Behance.net. And that's because if you have a Creative Cloud account, they give you free web space.
Not bad.
Okay, what is going on here? My my Cintiq is treating the mouse super weird. So anyway, all that to say, if you have a Creative Cloud account, you should take advantage of. They have a lot of things that they bring into the Creative Cloud memberships. One of them being these free web space. And then I found out just this week that if you go to gallery.wacom.com, you can link your Behance portfolio to automatically feed into the Wacom showcase. And Wacom is always looking for artists and stuff, the newest, fresh, upcoming artists to showcase their work and to basically say, hey, look, this stuff is really super cool. You should check them out. And by the way, P.S., they use a Wacom product. So if you're looking, basically, if you're looking for more exposure, that could be a very easy way to do it. So if you go to behance.net, start posting your work there, people will be looking there. And then if you go to gallery.wacom.com, you can link the two accounts together.
That's clever.
Helpful tip. So now I need to figure out why the heck my Cintiq. So my Cintiq now thinks that okay, cool.
I've been having problems with my Cintiq in general.
Yeah, okay, so whenever Sketchbook is open, my Cintiq goes over and it makes all three displays where the mouse goes. But I'm trying to figure out what key I hit to make that happen. And now it's not, it's kind of driving me crazy right now. And I was going to use Sketchbook to draw today, but let's see what Photoshop has to say. Because we will be drawing standing silently in the quiet snowfall.
So we're going to draw silently in the quiet snowfall. No, I'm just kidding.
One other thing, like all these software packages are going to membership.
Yep, they are.
And one of the memberships that I have is Storyboard Pro, which is, if you don't know, Storyboard Pro is okay. It's doing it the same way with Photoshop now. Goodness.
Uh-oh. That's like a driver issue.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, man. Come on. I really don't want to restart my computer because I have had to a couple times today.
Uh-oh. That'll kill the live stream.
Yep. Well, it'll take a couple minutes to get back out, and I think you'll still be there, but I don't want to chance it. Anyway, that sucks. But anyway, go back to Storyboard Pro. They released an update this week. So Storyboard Pro 6 was released, and they're talking that the new stuff that they have is textured vector brushes, new center line editor, stamp tool. Yeah, I had to look to see what that was. So let's say you have a stroke, not your body, but you leave a mark with your pen on Storyboard Pro. You can go in and adjust the line width within that line by clicking on one of the anchor points. You can adjust it that way. So you can, yeah.
That's nice. That's a good feature.
Well, if you're trying to get a certain look, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the heck this stupid Cintiq is doing.
You have Storyboard Pro subscription?
I do.
Ah.
That's we've talked about this in the past where, you know, I do my my comic strip, and then I keep coming up with these different scripts and stuff to basically make cartoons and stuff. And you were actually the one that told me, hey, you should get into storyboarding. And I was like, oh yeah, probably should. And so I got Storyboard Pro, and they just came out with this. Let's see, what else do they have? They have multi-panel templates, which could be very handy. 3D models for 2D scenes, which we're starting to see that a lot more too. Even if like there's people that'll use, I know comic book artists will use something like Google SketchUp to do a lot of the environments, and then they'll just drop that in and use that as a template to scribble things out. This actually is really cool, because you can start dropping 3D models into your layouts.
Yeah, it's pretty common in TV industry that when in boards to drop in like an FBX or a OBJ version of some set, you know, so that not only is it faster so you don't have to drop backgrounds, but it helps, especially in a CG show, it helps the guys down the line figure out where everything's supposed to be located, and it's more accurate to the set and all that type of stuff.
Oh, cool. Is there any specific reason why the industry uses Storyboard Pro? And one last thing, and then we can get into that conversation. But movie import to new video tracks. So you can import the one that the thing that I saw was this guy brought in some reference video, and he basically animated the timing off of this video that he had made, dropped it in, did a little walk cycle, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is there anything about Storyboard Pro that makes it more usable in the industry than, say, a Photoshop or even Sketchbook Pro?
That's kind of that's a tough question. I mean, I think a lot of it is the personalities behind each project that push a specific software. You know, you get supervising directors or producers involved who have an affinity for this software they already know. Because I mean, I've worked at a couple of studios, and not every studio is even unified, you know, as a studio on every project. Like some shows are using Photoshop to do boards, other shows are using Storyboard Pro. So even within a studio, it's a little bit mixed. But I would say the vast majority, and by vast, maybe like 60%, is using Storyboard Pro. And I think that's mainly because it converts so nicely to Harmony, which is kind of a bigger player in that 2D animation world. So you can dump that stuff directly into Harmony, and you get to reuse a lot of the drawings, and the timeline and all that stuff just transfers over like instantly, seamlessly. So I think there's that component, but you know, also a lot of artists are just trained in to use it. I've heard some people prefer to do boards in Photoshop just because they're familiar with the drawing tools, and you have access to a wider array of brushes, and you know, you obviously can drop in photos and all that types of stuff. But even with the help of Bridge, which I personally hate, even with the help of some of that stuff, Photoshop doesn't make it very easy to jump frame to frame and, you know, sort of manage a a fictional timeline, even though it's in boards and not animation. I mean, they have a timeline now, but you know, it's a little clunky, which is unfortunate because I've done quite a bit of animation in Photoshop and I actually really like it. I just think that the interface is so clunky that it almost makes it not worth it.
That's one of the conversations that I was having with some of the developers of Animate. Because you can do so much in Animate. But there's a certain feel that comes with whether it be Photoshop or Sketchbook, those bitmap brushes that you can get down there and actually make it look like what you would do on paper.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if it's just a comfort thing, like a security blanket type of thing, that I can like put down some scratchy lines and build off of that. Whereas I feel almost like a vector brush is almost so permanent that it's just a different approach, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I can see finalizing some artwork with vector, but not necessarily with
Yeah, it's funny. I kind of feel the same way. I'm not a huge vector fan of it, but mainly it's just because I haven't worked with it a lot. But I know that some artists who do, like I know we've had DaCosta on, and he's a huge vector guy, and there's a lot of other guys. And I think it's just a slight different way of thinking. It's a slightly different way of working, and it's not because the lines aren't permanent, and in a certain way, you lay it down, and they're actually easier to adjust in some ways than a raster bitmap based line. But yeah, it is it because it gives you such an automatically clean line. In my head, it kind of immediately creates this sense of finished or closer to finished work. And sometimes when especially like when I'm in the rough phase of either a sketch or an animation or whatever, having the roughness and the scribbliness of the sketch phase actually adds a little more life to it, and it allows me to kind of work through it fluidly rather than so mechanically. If that makes sense. I don't know. Sometimes like a sketch has more life to it than a finished drawing. And I feel a lot of times, particularly with animation, when you're in that rough phase, that kind of fluidity, that kind of soft, scribbly, living line actually helps develop the final piece, because you kind of get to see what lines are working, what's not, and it kind of gives even each still drawing a movement of their own, which I've tried to do it with vector, and it just doesn't have that same. But that's just me. I mean, I know a lot of people live.
I want to say DaCosta will sketch out and then build. I could be completely wrong. I watch him draw as much as I can because I really do like his his style is really neat, really cool, and I'll watch him. But I'm trying to remember now. He might just throw down. He might just put down. I don't know if he does any build-up sketches.
I've watched I'm sure he's got various ways of working, and depending on what software he's using. But I've watched a few of his videos, and one of the ones I remember, he just kind of goes straight into the final, but because it's vector, he can kind of redraw that line a billion times until it gets that exact perfect line. And a lot of the stuff is so mechanically based that the vector assists in that, and it actually kind of adds to that feel. Whereas a robot drawn with a really harsh, scruffy line has a very different. Not that it's not good, but it just has a very different feel. And DaCosta definitely goes for that kind of refined, super smooth mechanical look. So I think some of it is also a product of the final output you're trying to create. It's each piece of software, each style of method produces, it's it's like traditional media tools. Like you're going to get a very different final product with a watercolor brush than you are from a ballpoint pen. So neither one is better than the other. They're just different results, different tools, kind of different ways of thinking.
Oh, this is annoying.
Uh-oh. What happened? What happened?
What happened? Just it's I just can't get the Cintiq to not be stupid. And it sucks because I think I updated the driver today. Thanks, Wacom.
Thanks, Wacom.
That's one of the things that I think I had started talking about this earlier. One of the things that I was talking to the developers of Animate was to bring a bitmap brush into it, so we can do that. And he's like, "Well, why don't you just open up Photoshop?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"You
exactly.
you show me how to do this in Photoshop without your blood pressure rising, and I'll do it in Photoshop. But I don't want to go into Photoshop."
Yeah, that's to me, that's more of the issue of the argument there. Like, we're sitting here talking about Animate. Why would I open up Photoshop? Why should I open up Photoshop? That's literally like, I'm selling you a Mercedes. I wish it would do this. Well, why don't you go jump in your Jaguar and it'll do that, but then come back to the Mercedes later? It's like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, you're literally trying to make this program better.
Right.
And I get, Adobe is a suite. It's a suite of programs that, their whole intention is not every program does everything, even though Photoshop is pretty damn close.
It's trying.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that it's a vector-based program, and that's probably why they've been trying to avoid it for so long, because I'm sure it's like major recoding and who knows what else. But
I would give that to them if we were still doing Flash websites, because the math that goes behind taking a shape and moving it, it's a little taxing, and vectors, the information behind a vector is a lot faster to send through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're not doing that anymore, they're trying to make Animate a competitor to, say, Toon Boom Harmony, or right. So they're trying to make it more of an animation tool. So that then means that the efficiency of the internet doesn't need to be worried about anymore. You should be able to, if you're using that tool to make cartoons, the final output is going to be a video. And even if you do, I'm trying to think, I don't necessarily understand, I don't fully understand how, say, HTML Canvas breaks things down, how different it is, HTML Canvas versus, say, the Flash player back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know how the math that goes behind that, but that's not the way I described it to those guys is, look, I can go into Sketchbook Pro and open up a new flip book and rough out an animation here, and I can get the feel of it. But I can't do that in Animate. Animate, right. It's almost like when you put the stroke down, that's it. It's a stroke. you can't like scratch things out and actually get a good. There's some folks out there that might do that, but I'm not one of those guys. And this is the. This is driving me crazy. The Cintiq thing is driving me bananas. So I think what I'm going to do is put this up. I'm going to go get paper. How about that?
Woo! Old school. Kicking it old school.
OG, triple OG.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what I can do? Because I've been wanting to. Please stay tuned. Technical difficulties.
Boop.
Great. And now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. What the heck? I've been wanting to do a. Here we go. When I went to Adobe Max, who makes this book? Skin. What skin? What kind of skin? Moleskin.
Oh,
Moleskin makes this book, the sketchbook, and they call it a smart sketchbook.
Why is that?
And the reason being, it's got these markings on here.
Uh-huh.
And then at the bottom, it's got markings too. And you can draw in this book. And as you can see, it's completely brand new. You draw in this book, and then you use their app to take a picture. And then using these markings, it'll actually straighten it up for you and open it up in Illustrator.
Ah.
Well,
And what Illustrator is it? It's already converted to a vector, or
yeah.
Oh,
So I've been wanting to do a tutorial on it. To show off what to what to do. Man, I'm choking. What is happening tonight?
it's just all off.
Oh, jeepers. And now to find a pencil. So yeah, I've been wanting to do a tutorial on this on YouTube, just to show folks what's possible with this thing. But I haven't had a good thing to draw, and I think we're gonna try to. Change that tonight.
You gonna flip your phone around? How are you doing this?
What?
Gonna flip your phone around? How are you doing this? To record it.
Oh, I'm just gonna do the drawing.
Oh, you're not
now, and then I'll finish it up later. But I really, really do want to throw the Cintiq out the window right now. Here, we can take this and do like this. Bam. Or oh, gee.
That's how we do it.
This is how we do it. You know what? I'm going to start here. Sorry, Sketchbook Pro. I'm going to have to, don't save. I'm going to have to figure this out because this is dumb. What was it? Someone was talking about how this version of Apple's operating system is the buggiest in history.
Is it?
Yeah, there's been like 11 updates. Just because
maybe that's bad that I don't know that.
Like, if you remember, you would type, I think, a letter I, and some symbol would show up.
Oh, I do. Oh, you mean on the iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the Mac OS.
Oh, no.
Like, I haven't had that many issues with that.
Nope. The only issues I've had is with Wacom.
Yeah, well.
Oh, man. All right, let's see. I'm going to take a look at what you're doing.
Juan watching.
Oh, look at you. Oh, that's what it feels like to have Photoshop working properly. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What else do we have? I read about this, and this whole thing doesn't really make sense. HollywoodReporter.com reported that Sony and Wizard World are teaming up,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which is interesting because at first glance, you don't know what the hell that's all
No.
about.
I don't know what that's about.
And then I heard some folks talking about it. And I think the approach is Sony is trying to find new content or new ideas. Because now that Spider-Man has gone back to Marvel and
Oh, it has. I didn't know that.
Disney. Yeah, Disney bought 20th Century Fox.
Oh, that's right. That is right. Yeah, because I know for a long time Sony kept putting out Spider-Man movies every couple of years to keep that
Yeah.
rights going.
Yeah, and so they're trying to figure out how they're going to make basically comic book movies. And what better way than to go into, like, say, Wizard World comic convention?
Totally.
And you can find something that and this might be good for content creators. If you have an idea that you think is going to work and Sony thinks it's going to work, then it might be time for you to get out to the Comic Cons.
So, is the intent that Sony's going to begin hosting and sponsoring these types of events, or are they just purely going there, recruit and like scouting for content, almost like a old school portfolio show?
Yeah, I think it's more that than anything.
Mm.
And I think what I don't understand is why couldn't they just go and do that? Why team up with Wizard World? So let's see. Can the next big movie idea come from comic convention? Sony thinks so. Formerly making comic conventions part of the movie development process by teaming with Wizard World. So here we go. So Sony and Wizard World will work to jointly discover new talent from across Wizard World's numerous conventions around the country, optioning their work to incubate and develop these stories into various media.
Okay.
Which okay. I don't understand why they couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It almost seems like a PR press release thing. Like we just got to put this out there, so that
Right.
we're relevant and people know that we're up to something. Yeah, I don't know. That is a little bit weird.
All right. So executive VP production for Sony Pictures. His name is Jonathan Caden. He says, we are always looking for new ways to find that next generation of great IP. This deal gives us unique access to the incredible talent that Wizard World can bring to the table, putting us in a prime position to find the stories that break through the clutter.
Okay.
I can't see how.
Well, what is the deal with Wizard World? I think that's the part that's the most unclear. Like, what? I don't know about all that.
I think for Wizard World, it's a win-win situation for them because now, now they have Sony on their team, if you will. They don't necessarily, if anything, Wizard World doesn't really need Sony. It's a win-win for Wizard World because now Sony's saying, okay, we're going to go to these comic conventions to find new talent and new ideas. And then Wizard World is like, all right, cool. We'll let everyone know. Sony was able to do that already. Like, why not send talent scouts?
Yeah, I'm really confused by this. Okay, well, good for them. Good for Sony. Good for
Right. The fandom is alive and vibrant all across America, and the large media companies are finally seeing it. That's what the Wizard World.
So basically, they're saying, "Yeah, we saw Black Panther too. Don't worry, we're on it."
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless Wizard World is going to be doing all the scouting for Sony, you know, like Sony's probably thinking, okay, well, we're not going to send resources out to visit all these places. You guys are already there. Let's team up. Let's do this. What if you guys go out and find us ideas to put on the big screen, and we'll shave you off a little.
Maybe
little percentage.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the only thing I can think that they're up to here. See here now, my Wacom's acting up too. I don't know what's going on. It's just like it becomes like totally non-responsive. Like I still have zooming power, but paintbrush is dead. Man. Hey, internet. Sketchstone World. Y'all have problems with your Wacoms?
Yeah, I'm so frustrated right now with this thing. Oh, man. Have you seen the new Wacom? Was that the 32-inch?
Oh, you mean the portable one?
Oh no, they have the portable one too. But no, they have this big thing that that toddlers can sleep on. I think, speaking of DaCosta, I think he has one.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw it.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So I guess Charlie is, what did he say? He's going to
He's going to a SCAD. I don't know if it's some sort of I think it's some sort of talent recruitment portfolio show type deal.
yeah.
I think he teamed up with Wizard World and Sony. No,
So good.
yeah, I don't know. We haven't heard much about it, but heading down to Georgia.
Georgia. What was it? I watched Chris Rock's latest comedy special on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how religious people say God don't make mistakes. And he's like, God don't make mistakes. Have you been to Mississippi?
Apologies to our listeners in Mississippi. The whole one of you.
Yeah. That was Chris Rock that said that, not me.
Yeah, well,
Netflix is making so many really good comedy specials.
yeah, they're really on those comedies, which is smart if you think about it. The production cost of those is pretty small. Your most expensive thing is the talent. I mean, one location takes like an hour. Probably don't even have to pay the audience. They're probably there because they want to be.
Yeah, they pay the audience, or the audience pays, because Joe Rogan had a Netflix special that I went to live. Yeah, and there was no discount, no nothing. It was like, well, thanks. You paid the ticket price, and they recorded it.
Yeah, it's they get a lot of views, a lot of attention, and I would imagine that they're pretty inexpensive to produce. So I mean, it's smart decision.
I don't know if it is that challenging to produce, though, because I mean, if anything, I think Joe Rogan might have like a production company of some sort, or he's got the connections to do all this stuff, because he's got his, he makes like 2 or 3 podcasts a day.
He's like living the podcast.
Yeah,
crazy.
He makes enough money doing the podcast to where he can. I would, if I was making that much money, I'd be. But the thing about podcasts is it's a lot of work, sure, but it is a lot of fun too. So if I could do this full time, I think I would come up with all kinds of different show ideas.
But that's what I mean. I don't think it is that expensive or complicated to produce. I think it's really easy. I think.
Oh, yeah.
The audience is built in. You got one venue. I think your most expensive cost is the talent itself.
Right. And if it's like a, Joe Rogan is probably, he probably says, hey, my production company will basically sell you the rights to this comedy special. And then Netflix is like,
okay. Yeah.
Bet, let's do it. Yeah. Well, how cool would it be to just be somewhere And Netflix is like, yeah, we feel like Sketch Zone would be a really good addition to the Netflix family. I'd be like, I agree. I'm rich, bitch. Boop boop. So yeah, we'd have to definitely work on the production level. But how cool would that be? We sit around
What's
a table
wrong with
drawing.
our production level?
Well, for what it is, it's perfect. But how cool would it be actually sitting at a table or something with different artists? Like what was it? I was watching dude from Mythbusters has a YouTube channel. Well, he used to be from Mythbusters. Now he has his own thing on YouTube, and it's called I was just watching it today, but I'll look it up right now. But he goes and he basically has his own show on YouTube, and he's doing kind of the same thing, but instead of science experiments and stuff, the episode that I just got done watching today was history. He was talking to a storyboard artist for a stop motion cartoon. Where did that go? Oh, well. I thought it was going to be in my history, but I guess not. You know what I am doing? Oh, now that I'm looking through my history, I'm starting to make sourdough bread. And I made some sourdough bread last night. And then, oh, here we go. I think no, this is Animators of Gumball. Using looks like a Cintiq that actually works. So we're not going to watch that because that's only going to piss me off. What's his name? Adam Savage or something, right?
Yeah. I think I've seen that his YouTube show.
It was really good. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Storyboarding a stop motion animated film. And the show is called Tested. There you go.
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah, and it was really cool to see the storyboard process at this studio broken down the way that they did. And he was asking a lot of really cool questions. That would be fun. So basically Netflix, let me know when you're ready for some fire, because I got some ideas for you. You don't even have to go to Comic-Con.
It's all right. Sony's got that covered anyway.
Right. Yeah, that whole, and I read that article about this Sony and Wizard World teaming up, and it doesn't make sense. Like, Sony has a lot of really cool stuff, but they make some goofy decisions sometimes. Like Beta.
Man.
Beta was great technology, but they were being super stingy with it. And so VHS is like, oh, okay.
You're holding them to the old school past.
Right. And then there was other stuff too, like standing silently in the quiet snowfall. Those other stuff that Sony has done that I was just like, what? And it seems like they get good traction, and their stuff is generally really good, really solid. And then they screw the pooch somehow. I'm trying to remember more examples.
Well, like PlayStation or something.
Yeah, we can go down that road. The PlayStation had, like you can have a Xbox One, and you have to pay for the membership to play. Sony used to have it to where it was free. But then it was so clunky that you're just like, oh my God, what are you doing? I used to have both when I lived in Chicago still. And I really liked the PlayStation. But say we're trying to team up. Then this is back a while ago. So it's probably improved because I think PlayStation actually has more momentum right now than the Xbox does. But like if I wanted to team up with a friend of mine to play the game, whatever game, I would have to quit out of the game, start a conversation on the, the talking part of the chat, and then go back into the game.
Really?
It was so weird, and so I was like, okay, this is it. So I was excited when the laser of the DVD part went out, because then I took it back to Costco and got my money back. Got a couple more Xbox games. I put some mileage on that Xbox. I wasted so much of my life playing that stupid thing.
Kind of fell out of the video game loop. Kind of early. I don't know.
Yeah. I tell you, I would love to play more. I just don't. I would rather make stuff.
Well, that's kind of where I end up. I've got interest in a couple of things here and there, and even like iPad games, but it's like I sit and play those for a couple hours, and then I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah.
I could be doing something else.
Yeah. Yeah. It's right now I'm not challenging myself, but I'm trying to make sure that this is going to fit into a square.
Pre-designed for the Instagram.
Grams. Oh yeah, look at that. Butch Hartman is leaving Nickelodeon, or left Nickelodeon.
But like, why has he got to go and make a YouTube video? What a weird thing. I find that really odd. Like, you're supposedly like this high-profile guy, and what are you doing going on YouTube to be? This is why I'm leaving this company, and I don't know.
I could see if the company was talking trash about you, but if they're not hindering your ability to make money, why are you going to burn those bridges?
I mean, I don't know. Does he have a big online following? I actually have no idea. I don't
either. I know I'm following him on Twitter. Let's see if he has an Instagram. Okay. Take your time, internet. Jeepers. Butch Hartman. Yeah, he does. Am I following him? No, but I am now. Let's see. Yeah, his following is not too bad. 74. He's following 74 people, but 95.6 thousand people are following him. Ooh.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
I wonder what he's going to do. I wonder if he's like maybe the new network. I've been reading about this. I'm going to follow them. I've been reading about the new network because I think isn't that where it's like I think it's an app now live in the App Store. Yeah, download below. Yeah. This is probably why he's leaving. Why is he going to work for someone else? This is genius. I'm not even mad at him anymore. He started an app and basically
He started the app?
yeah.
Mm.
So check this out. So basically, instead of creating content for Nickelodeon, he's basically going to be creating content for himself. Noog Network is an interactive entertainment app. Players can collect character avatars, watch cartoons, original live action TV shows, and music videos. They can collect points to watch new programs or use their points to buy additional characters to add to their never-ending collection. It's awesome. It's Noog-tastic. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all.
I think I see what's happening. It makes a little more sense.
It's almost like because you know how Disney is about to pull all their content off of Netflix because they're starting their own streaming service.
Yeah.
That's basically that.
The Butch Hartman Hour featuring Butch Hartman.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm telling you, like technology is there to the point where if you want to start your own YouTube thing, you do it. You want to start your own Noog network, do that. Great. See, now I'm fascinated with this. This Noog network, if you go to Noog, Noog network.com, you can follow along. And it's pretty cool because it's got the whole website has the Butch Hartman look and feel. A safe place for kids. All right, Butch. I see you.
All right, okay.
Okay. I'd have to peek over a kid's shoulder to see because I'm not ready to pay 99 cents for the app, and then I'm sure that they have in-app purchases because Butch isn't going to be rich and famous off of 99 cents. In-app purchases, you can buy 500 Noog nickels for 99 cents or 1,000 Noog nickels for $1.99. Yeah.
Noog. How do you spell Noog?
Noog. Noog.
The Noog Network.
So let's see. You know, so now I'm starting to call BS because 500 Noog nickels is 99 cents.
Okay. Which does
It that's what lets you, if you want to watch
a show.
a show or whatever, like you want to buy different avatars and stuff in the app, Noog nickels are what let you buy things in the app.
Oh boy! So he's
So
charging.
this is where, yeah, of course, because he's not going to be rich and famous by himself. This is where kids pay attention in math class, because this is where things start to get serious. Noog nickels. 500 Noog nickels for 99 cents. 1,000 Noog nickels for $1.99.
Okay.
Do the math.
Mm-hmm.
Twice as many nickels, but you have to pay more.
Yeah, I don't know how he came up with that.
At least give them a break, right?
How much is it? Wait, so this will let you watch a show. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you can watch a show. You can do whatever else. Let's see.
How much is one show to watch, an episode or whatever?
Oh, see, now you're just asking way too many questions. So where did it go?
Ain't nobody got 200 Noog nickels.
Right. Get the Noog out of here. So yeah, so apparently, where did I read it? I was reading about it somewhere.
Well,
okay, so players can collect character avatars, watch cartoons, original live TV. So the more you pay, the more access you get to all the content.
Right. Which, okay, I get.
Right. So to be able to pay for things, you get Noog nickels. Back to my point, 500 Noog nickels is 99 cents. Usually when you buy in bulk, you get a price break. But that's not what we're talking about here. 99 cents for 500 Noog nickels, 1,000 is for $1.99. That's more than twice as much.
Well, only by a cent or two, but still, I get what
Yeah. But still. Like, I'm about tired.
That one penny.
I'm tired of companies making decisions, and then the customers are the ones that have to figure out how to work with it. For example, net neutrality. You have all these big companies that make more money than God, and they're charging people that don't have any money to use their service. So if me as a content provider, if I'm trying to make content and build the fan base and do all that stuff, I'm going to have to pay in and pay whatever they want because they're basically holding me ransom. Or at least holding the accessibility to my content ransom.
Yeah.
Why do I have to figure that stuff out? Like, there's more than just me out here saying I really hate this idea, and there's some people that are like, well, as a content provider, you should figure it out. Like, no, I've had it figured out. You're ruining it. So here, why Why does Butch Hartman get an extra one of my pennies? You should make it more attractive for me to buy 1,000 new nickels. Now, what sucks is, and I know that it's only a penny, but I
I
guess
just can't handle the way you say it.
it's a weird thing. At least make it, you know what I mean? Like, kids don't care. Kids are like, look, I'm gonna need my new nickels here, and mom, dad, can I get $1.99? And if parents don't read it, you know, after a while of watching this content, you know, let's say you buy, what would it be? 10,000 new nickels? You're officially missing out on 500 new nickels.
No.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's say you buy new nickels. What would it be?
What? 10,000 of them?
You'd have to buy what? 100. You would have to buy 100 batches of 1,000 new nickels.
Oh, 10,000. How many are you talking about buying?
It would be what? 10,000 would be 10 cents.
Yeah.
100,000. If you bought 100,000, which is very possible because there's these kids out here that run up the tabs on these games, and you read about them in the news all the time. Oh, this kid just spent, 15 grand on Candy Crush, and the parents get their credit card bill and they have a heart attack. But my point here is, if you were to buy enough new nickels and they keep adding that 1 penny after 100 purchases of,
they got $1
new nickel, they got $1. When if they got the $1, I didn't get the $1. If I had that $1, I'd be able to buy 500 new nickels. See what I mean?
I see what you mean. But it is weird that why would you buy more why wouldn't you buy them all in blocks of 500 then?
I don't know. I'm upset. Today I have to pick a fight with everyone because my Cintiq is not working.
Get out of here with your new nickels.
So Butch Hartman, congratulations on the Noog Network. I like what you're doing. I'm a big fan of people saying, screw it, I'm going to do this on my own.
But get out of here with your new nickels.
Get out of here with your Noog nickels. So good. Come on, son. From veteran cartoon creator Butch Hartman comes the Noog Network, an amazing interactive world of games, new cartoons, and live action shows, and more. You got little helicopters flying by and stuff. Noog Network, Noog network.com.
Go check it out and be sure to buy them in blocks of 500.
Do it. But don't go for the big ones. Tell your kids right when your kid says, I want 1,000 Noog nickels, smack them in the face and send them home. You're not going to waste my money like that. Get a job. I opened the show by saying I'm tired of violence.
Tired of violence, tired of Noog nickels.
You gonna have that Noog nickel?
Oh no.
All right. I actually have to get right back to work. No, I don't. I need to figure out what the hell's going on with this is what I have so far. I might change it, but that's what I have so far, folks. That's what happens when I crack open a look at. I just realized that I was at the gym. And I put
Oh,
a
that's
squish
the
my
worst.
finger with a dumbbell. Um. So yeah, guys. What are we doing? Do you want to do artist inspiration?
I don't have one picked out, but I could.
Up to you, homie, because I got one.
Well,
Let's save it for next week.
okay. All right. I'm okay with that.
Groovy. Is that a dude is looking at his suitcase? Oh no, that's not a suitcase. Oh man.
Yeah, well, sometimes you go dark.
See what happens? That's what happens when you keep buying the Noog nickels in the larger bundles.
Sometimes you go dark. I don't know. I might change it. I'm not loving this color stuff. I struggle with this, so
The snow looks really good though.
the snow's not bad. I mean, obviously I only got the base color of this other stuff, but we'll see. We'll see.
Cool. So
Well,
if people want to see more of your work, where can they look?
they can always find it at sketchbookjack.com and Sketchbook Jack everywhere else, including the Sketchbook Jack Network. And for $5.99, you can get 5 Sketchbook Jack tokens. Sketchbook Jack rupees. You get 100 for $1, or you get 25 for $7.
Right. If you pay $5.99, you get 10 Jack tokens. For $25, you get 3.
Be sure to upgrade. All right. And if
Someone's
people are
gonna have
looking,
to- Go
looking
ahead.
for you, where can they find you?
Oh, just look around for Coconut Justice.
Look around.
CoconutJustice.com, Coconut Justice everywhere else. Let's see. This is Sketch Zone. If you're watching us, go ahead and hit subscribe. We do these drawing sessions from time to time. Usually we have things planned out, but if it falls apart, we just go ahead and do a drawing session, and people seem to like it. What I want to do is start trying to get some different people on. Someone like maybe Shiloh, Dave Atsy.
Hint.
Hi, Dave. Yes. That was such a wonderful surprise.
Oh.
But yeah, hit subscribe on YouTube down there. What else? You can go take a look at all the pre-recorded shows that we've had up there. If you go to sketch.zone, let's see, facebook.com/the sketch zone. We're on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. If you go to sketch.zone, you'll have a link to everything that's there, or to wherever we are. And like always, if you draw the fun prompt, which this week is standing silently in the quiet snowfall, tag us on Instagram. It makes it easier for us to be able to repost, because what we're trying to do is have the community, everyone draws the same thing, and then everyone else gets to see how that idea was delivered. Yeah, so tag us on Instagram. And of course, we're on YouTube, we're on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and iTunes. I wonder, no, I'm not going to do that. We don't have that much time. Hang on. Hey, Google, play the Sketch Zone podcast.
Sorry, I can't play the Sky Zone podcast yet.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Google, play Sketch Zone podcast.
Okay, here's the latest episode of Sketch Zone,
Woo!
episode 133. Jack Kosperzik hit the road, Jack.
This episode of Sketch Zone
Jock.
brought to you by Midway. Okay, Google, stop. Yeah, it works. Woo, woo. So yeah, until next week. Oh, by the way, Charlie B. Williams III. What is it? Cargocollective.com/Charlie B. Williams. He's obviously on Pinterest.
Get it in your life.
Get it in your life. Get your life right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, y'all. Have a good
All
week.
right. Have a good one, guys.